Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. Okay, here's what the schedule for the Dallas Mavericks looks like. On Thursday, they'll be matching up against Steven Adams and the Houston Rockets. Then on Sunday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic.
And looking at the Pacers matchup, it's going to be their 7th outing on the year. You feel the team will continue to round into form.
So here's Dallas's starting group. Thompson, the small forward. Washington holding down the 4. The 2 stars in the backcourt, Luka and Kyrie. And it's Gafford in at the 5 down low. And for the Timberwolves, Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Jaden McDaniels out there with Julius Randle. And it's Gobert in at the center position. And now that this new season is underway, Grant, how critical is it to get off to a good start?
Well, B.A., it's so important, but not the end-all, be-all. It's a long season, plenty of time to build towards your goal. You're going to have some setbacks along the way, but just keep your head down and keep pushing forward.
Now here's Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Doncic outside. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Encouraging to see Doncic sink the 3. Needs to keep doing this now.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. We talked about how exhausting it is to go up against Luka Doncic. Coach told me, quote, Luka's probably the toughest cover in the league because no one has been able to figure out a way to stop him. We have to just bring the intensity and do our best to slow him down. It's going to take a team effort to get that done. Back to you, B.A.
And Allie, thanks. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the 4th quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
Now here's Doncic. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka Magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
First free throw is good. And you got to give this Dallas front office credit for how they've acquired quality role players, Grant.
Well, B.A. in particular adding length and athleticism. That's helped them defensively, as well as providing some lob targets for Luka and Kyrie.
Doncic hits them both. Well, Coach, Minnesota turning back the clock last year. Most of their lineups had multiple bigs.
Yeah, and we saw how effective it was, especially on defense. Minnesota led the league in defensive rating by a wide margin, and that length.
Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible. Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Doncic passes to Gafford. And here's Washington. And Washington powers it through.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Randle against Washington. Randle inside, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, and anytime there's contact in there with Randle, he usually gets the best of it.
Pass to Washington. Outside Irving. Down low. Here's Thompson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Inside, Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Another great decision in the career of Mike Conley. As good as it gets moving the ball.
Pass to Gafford. Thompson outside. And we've got 1:18 left in the first quarter. Irving, the pass to Washington. The shot. And there's Doncic. That's good. On the assist by Washington. Doncic has got 7 points in the game. To the inside. Here's Gobert. The kick out to Conley. Pass to Edwards. Over Irving. Edwards gets the bucket. Edwards has got his second basket of the game.
Where doesn't Edwards score from? Even in the mid-range, he makes shots.
Here's Washington. Checked by Randall. And it's Washington missing. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Randall, a screen on Doncic. From deep, Conley. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, Conley has that steady floor general demeanor. They love to have him running the pick and roll.
Doncic outside. That one goes. Count it. He's got 9.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Mavericks ahead, leading by just 2. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Mavericks?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
The Timberwolves trail. Grant, as long as the Mavs have Luka Doncic, they'll be a contender in the West.
Yeah, no doubt. Luka is the special guy who can carry a team. He's an MVP candidate year in and year out. And Dallas is just very lucky to have him.
So the Mavericks 5 right now. They've got Derek Lively. Spencer Dinwiddie is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Najee Marshall. And it's Grimes in at the small forward position. And he comes up with a bucket.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Minnesota with the ball. This game against Dallas here, it's their first meeting of the season.
This team downed them in last year's conference finals, ultimately ending their championship dreams.
Outside, Alexander Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Reed for 3. Lively grabs a miss.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
Irving for 3. Sinks it from distance. Irving's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
Yeah, it was relentless play at both ends of the court in that game. They were able to seize control and maintain it.
Well, those are the kinds of performances you hope carry over into some momentum for this one.
And Minnesota making a change here. Miller's checked in. Ingles passes to Reed. Tipped away. Outside, DiVincenzo. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, KCP. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding.
And Stan, after they traded for Rudy Gobert, it took some time for the Wolves to gel.
It did, Brian. He's a unique player, and it's a process. But obviously a 14-win improvement last season. They have found their identity as a defensive juggernaut.
Dinwiddie with a screen on Reed. The three from Washington. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Edwards looking it over. Pass to Alexander Walker. Now here's Reed. To the middle. Gobert not bothered by the D.
Too much. Rudy Gobert can take a lot of contact down low.
Now here's Dinwiddie, covered by Alexander Walker. A minute 39 left in the second period. Lively finds Dinwiddie. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Gotta love guards that can finish inside. Is Dinwiddie on that list? Absolutely.
Edwards against Irving. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That's on Derek Lively.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, the Mavericks are making moves to surround Luka and Kyrie with talent. Now they've given up a lot of draft picks, but that's what you do when you have superstars in their prime. With their beefed-up roster, Coach Jason Kidd says, we are deep. This is the first time the Mavs have been deep in a very long time. Brian?
Yeah, I haven't been able to hear that in a while. They've got some players now, Allie.
Well, winning Defensive Player of the Year multiple times, Gobert has always been a stopper at the rim. But now he's extended that out to the perimeter as well. Well, he's got to be disappointed that he wasn't able to take the lead, but at least he evened things up.
Dallas shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That free throw good from Irving.
And he's basically automatic from here, and that's not an accident. No doubt, Kyrie still puts in work at the line. It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Pass to Gobert. Here's Randall. Out to the right wing. Gobert with a screen on Doncic. Clock at 6. Conley passes to Randall. Thompson against Edwards. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player. Skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
Pass to Irving. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Irving's got 7.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Edwards against Irving. Right side Edwards. It's stolen by Irving. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The Mavericks on top, up by 2. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with PJ Washington. PJ, what will be the key for you guys defensively in the second half?
Not letting them get easy routes to the basket and contesting their shot, rebounding, and not letting them get second chance points.
Comes back to the fundamentals, guys.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the 3rd quarter here on 2K Sports.
Greetings all, halftime is upon us and an entertaining game with the Dallas Mavericks battling away.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those degrees you have. Calculated degrees, very consistent approach, man. I'm telling you, man, just like you.
Yeah, you can't speed them up or slow them down.
And now let's take a moment to see how the West stacks up here in this early part of the season.
Well, look here now at the Mavericks. They've had a great start to the season as we thought they might. They play together, they play for one another, they're well coached. This team is a team to watch for the rest of the year.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You know, one guy who's been getting it done is Luka Doncic.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
So it's Minnesota now. 2-point game. Amp is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the 1. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. And yep, it's good. He's got 5.
Well, you know, Conley was drafted all the way back in 2007, a time when we saw a lot more mid-range jumpers.
Outside Irving for 3. It doesn't go for him.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
That's tipped. It's stolen by Washington. Here's Thompson. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Jaden McDaniels picks one up.
They're one of the greatest shooters ever. Thompson's confidence is what makes him so dangerous.
Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
And the first one at the line is good. Free throws good from Thompson. The Timberwolves trail. Now Conley. He's got 5. Gobert with a screen on Doncic. The kick out to Edwards. Picked by Gobert. To the paint. And Gobert flushes it home.
With his giant frame, Gobert sets a good screen and then just pivots into open position.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Let's glance at the league's most aggressive defensive teams from last year. Number 1, Minnesota.
And their gritty mentality when it came to defense was really infectious. They were the best last year at holding opposing teams to low-scoring totals.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Outside Irving, pass to Washington. Thompson outside. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Randle finds Conley. Back to Randle. Now Conley, guarded by Doncic. Edwards with it for the lead. They get the rebound. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
That's just an excellent save by Gobert, grabbing that rebound and getting his team a second opportunity.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Doncic against Conley. Irving for three. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Irving's got 10 points.
Don't blink or you'll wonder what Kyrie did with the ball.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Luka Doncic is in elite company. Coach Jason Kidd said he's in the atmosphere of MJ, LeBron, Kobe, the best to ever do it. He's doing something that Dallas has never seen, breaking all the records that stand up in front of him. He is a winner, and he will win multiple championships when it's all said and done. High praise, Brian.
Absolutely. Thanks, Allie. Back to Doncic, over Edwards, and it's blocked by Edwards.
Well, I love whenever Edwards is this engaged defensively. Excellent job coming up with the block. Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Ingles comes in for McDaniels. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Alexander Walker in for Mike Conley. And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Now here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded closely. It's stolen by Lively. DiVincenzo against Doncic. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And now it's a 5-point Dallas lead.
And there's Luka, one of the most entertaining players in the league.
Randall, pass to Reed. And they pick up two.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Defensive foul. Third personal foul. First team foul.
And Coach, how about Naz Reid, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner?
Yeah, Brian, sort of unique. We often associate that award with shooting guards, but although he's a big, Reed is more than capable of putting up big numbers, including from long distance.
Dillingham's checked in for the Timberwolves. And that one falls for Reed.
Well, the biggest thing Naz Reid brings to your team, spacing. Reed can play the five and hit threes. There aren't a lot of guys like him.
To the middle. Here's Lively. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. And the Mavericks with possession here. They'll be playing host to Houston for their next game. That game starts a nice 5-game homestand for them. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. The Mavericks on top. They're up by 2. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Dallas has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. On the court right now for Dallas. Washington and Lively down low. Kyrie Irving out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Grimes in at the 3. Here's Dozier. He's guarded by Washington. Dozier, the pass to DiVincenzo. Outside, Alexander Walker. 5 on the clock. Reed, a screen on Dinwiddie. Here's Alexander Walker. Knocks down the triple. Alexander Walker's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Irving. Washington, a screen on DiVincenzo. Irving for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
The Mavericks trailing. Inside. Stolen. Now here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Dinwiddie. Here's Reed. That shot is off.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Washington outside. Fires for 3. Buries it from 3. And the Mavericks lead by 2. And neither side able to take control of this game.
Yeah, at this rate, it's going to come down to a photo finish.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. A big group substitution here for Dallas. Gafford, he's checked in for Lively. Marshall comes in for Washington. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Grimes. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Dinwiddie. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He was very passionately telling his team, don't give them an inch when they have the ball. This game is going to come down to defense. I need you guys to work hard and close this one out. Guys?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Here's Edwards. Rebounded by Marshall. Dallas leading by 4. Thompson outside. Pass to Gafford. Soft touch off the glass. Gafford's got 4 points in the quarter.
One of the most selfless stars in the game. Klay has no problem playing the role of distributor.
Edwards against Irving. The basket, the bump, and the foul. What a play.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Mavericks.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Yeah, something else they're doing in this game is striking from long range. The defense just hasn't been able to keep them off the arc tonight.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Randall outside. Outside Edwards. Puts up the 8-footer. Ooh, the finish inside by Edwards.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
And he lobs it up top.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. No dice from 9 feet, and so they foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
41 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Pass to Irving. Lets it go from deep. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. And now a 7-point Maverick lead.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And here's Dallas. They're on a 12-4 run. Spins. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Doncic outside. It's not going to go for him. And that one drops.
And and that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
And so it's the Mavericks who come out on top here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment, but they stood tall and got the win.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Kyrie, it's a top-tier matchup out there. Is this one you circled on the calendar to show what you're all about?
Every game is like that for us, especially going forward. We understand what we're trying to accomplish. The little things matter in the big picture, so we want to just come out and just have a consistency on both ends of the floor.
That's how you get better. You look at every single game as a top-tier matchup. Thanks, Kyrie.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Kyrie Irving.